Happy rails to you. Welcome back, my friends. Happy rails to you. It's good to see you again. Thanks for watching the channel and the videos. Sometimes they go real fast and sometimes they're slow. Happy rails to you. Thanks for watching. Hi, it's G-Man. Welcome back. G-Man, My World 67. Big Red Junk Fire Truck Part 4. Well, as you can see, I've got it all taped up. I've completed putting the parts in this area, making this a station type where one of the firemen can ride, or two firemen can ride in this seat here, in this compartment. And then we have our utility cabinet containing first aid supplies and I believe that whatever they need. If you remember in the part 3, the little quick short session, I mentioned that I believe that for some parts it's just hard to get. I happen to have that one on the other side. And so there was a number of parts that I still wasn't able to get to do reconstruct this as I wanted to. I wasn't going to completely restore it anyway, but I was just going to put it back together as much with original type equipment as I could. But since it's not all readily available and it would actually cost more than what you could buy one actually already complete for. We're going to just custom build it, rebuild it. And now here, some edging, and I'll probably either go with the glue gun and fill this out, smooth it up. It'll probably be what I do, and then paint it black. I got all this painted black and put the floor in. I don't know if you can see it. We don't have a lot of light in this area, but you can see it there. It's got the ribbed floor, this side panel. It's also a rib side panel now, and I hot glued it in. I'm gonna smooth that up a little more. This is all solid. It won't come out unless it's torn out, ripped out. Get another view of that rib floor. Okay. And I still have some touch up to do to it. Smooth it out a little bit, make it a little better. Really doesn't look that bad now, but we gotta get it a little better than that. Okay. Having to tape around it made a big difference. Here's some of the tape that the hot glue got on top of the tape, and so it didn't stick. So that's what I say. There's a little more work we're going to have to do to it in that area to get that straightened out. Doesn't look bad now, but it'll look real good once we clean it up. Okay, so next we're going to put on, I believe, we're going to put on our spool, our hose spool, and our generator. So, bear with me. Okay, finally got the camera in the right angle. So, here's the spools. So, we're going to put the spool on, the hose facing, the tip of the hose, nozzle facing out. These snap in like that. So, put that one on. Now, this is another ink cartridge case. And they make good generators, whatever you want to use one for. This is what I used in this section to make this chair, well, and the cabinet. So we're going to take this. It's kind of a generator. It looks like a generator. And so we're going to make it a generator instead of a hose spool. And we'll put a little decoration of some sort on it later to give that more resemblance. We're going to take it and we're going to put it right here. Now, there's a couple of ways we can attach it, really. But the quickest and best way, if we wanted to come back later and change it, move it, clean it up, is to use hot glue. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to hot glue this down to the top of this. And I may come back later and put a couple of small screws, one in this corner and one in this corner, or one here and one here, just to make sure that it's secure. The hot glue gun is heating up, and while it's heating up, I'll get a couple of things. Okay, while I was waiting on that hot glue gun to heat up, I decided to go ahead and work on the stanchions and the rails that go on the back side of the engine. Clean them up a little more. They were very rusted, not pitted, but very, had pretty heavy rust and oxide on the outside of them. So got them a little better. Look better now. We'll take some WD in a minute and go over them. The glue gun is ready. We're gonna put some hot glue on this end, on this end. I'll put a really good amount of it on there because of the two holes. And we're going to put a little bit there and a little bit right there. Set it down. That takes care of that. Get my trusty blade out here. It's pretty much cooled right now already. But I'm going to get it before it completely cools. Cut that off. Got a little bit oozed out from under it. And that's what I'm removing. Perfect. Get a little bit right there too. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. Okay. Better let it cool a little bit and then take it right off than it is to wait, like I did here. Remove this. So it's actually not hot glue, it's actually tape. Some more right there. Kind of in an awkward place for this big knife. We got it. Try not to scratch the paint. And we're gonna do this down here too. I think I'm gonna leave it this right here. Right here. Alrighty. We got those two areas cleaned up. We've got our hose spool on. We've got our generator on. And I wanted to show you, this is the material that I use for the floor in the back wall in this compartment. The floor and the back wall. And I've shown this before. This material I use is actually the blinds for patio door. They're vinyl, and you know you have to replace those every so many years or every so often. And so we had gotten new ones 2-3 years ago. I just kept the old ones, and they came in handy. I've just about used them up. I think I've got 4 or 5 of them left, maybe. Some of them I didn't use at all. They was in bad shape, so we just threw them away. But we had about 10 of them, I think, 10 or 12. And so maybe I've got 3 or 4 of them left. So that's what I use for this. I use it to make tin buildings, roofs, makes great roofing. Panels, where you want your cement panels or your metal panels, works great. And so that's what I use for that. All right. Now these rails that go on, we're going to get some spray lubricant out. What I'm going to do, I'm going to spray a little bit on my rag. And just go over them. That will remove all the loose rust. If any. Kind of wipe it off so we don't have a lot of excess. The dry portion of the rag. And yeah, getting a lot of rust there. Let's see it. A lot of rust. They were really rusty. I had taken sandpaper and tried to clean them down. Clean them up rather. It usually does a great job. And it could have done a better job if I'd have taken more time to do it. I think this one came out a little cleaner than that one. And as I said, it all depends on just how much time you have or how much time you want to contribute to what you're doing. With these, I didn't want them to be immaculate, or they didn't have to be bright and shiny. This is still, like I said, we're not really restoring it. We're just kind of refurbishing it in a custom my manner, replacing parts, making parts for it, making it a little different than it was, but putting it back in operational service. So it looks good. And if you wanted your kid to play with it, they could. Of course. I usually don't, unless I put it together for my grandkids. Specifically. All right, so this one goes on this side. Right here, well, matter of fact, we're gonna have to wait till we put the chassis on, because this goes down into the chassis. It goes in this hole right here. These go on the side, like that. So, we're gonna have to come back to these when we get the chassis mounted. Put the cart before the horse. Okay, I was going to mount the water cannon. I guess I still can. My battery's down on my portable drill. And I have another battery on charger out in the shop, but I didn't get it out today. Forgot about it. So I have to bring out the 60-year-old Craftsman. This was my dad's drill. I think he bought this in the 1970s. This was the last drill that he owned. It's a Sears. Okay. I'm going to move the engine shell over to the right. Get my trusty eraser out. Hold this down on the eraser and drill the hole in the can. Here we go. Okay. Okay, we drilled the hole in the cannon, and now comes the tricky part. I'm going to get the screw out. For it. The engine shell back over here. Perfect. That button closes it up. My trusty test track just decided to fall over. Okay. And my HO test track fell over. Okay, now. So what we're going to do is use this screw, or we'll have to go to this screw, which is quite a bit longer, and I didn't want to have to use it. Then I have to cut it off. But that's what probably I'm going to have to do. So I'm going to drill a hole. Okay, all the way through. Make the hole a little bit bigger. I just used the bit I had in the drill, and it was just right for the smaller bolt, but it's a little small for the bigger boat. Okay. Rim it out a little more. Alrighty. Oops. Knew that didn't feel right. Okay. There we go. Now we're going to rim out the other side. That hole looked large enough to me, so I don't know why it didn't go through there in the first place. Here we go. Okay. Here we go. Oh, well, there we go. Okay. We got our water cannon in place, and we got our nuts for this boat, I hope. That's for the smaller one. Let me look here. Well, that's all for now in this video. Uh, Here it is, as it is. Move that out the way. Just about completed. Still got to put the handrails on. The chassis is down here with the fenders already attached, and the wheels. And from there, we might add something here. Don't have a replacement siren for it, but I do think I have something I can use there for that. Once we get those items done, we've got the light on. We should be done with it, and it should be completed. But that'll be in part 5, which should be a short video. All right, as always, if you enjoy fixing and repairing your trains or your trucks, cars, planes, boats, whatever your hobby is, if you enjoy doing it half as much as I do, you should have happy rails. Why happy rails? Because, as I've said before, trains run on tracks. Our life is on the rails. All right. God bless. Bye for now.